Hi, it's Liz Snedden. Let's have a look at making sequences from patterns when we're dealing with linear equations. So, there's our general rule. Quick reminder. So that's the general pattern. T equals the D, T is your term, D is your constant difference, N is your term number, and C is term 0 or your constant value. So here's example 1. So we've got this pattern created by matchsticks, and we need to draw the fourth pattern, so the next pattern. So let's look at each of these in detail to understand what the pattern is. So here is pattern 1, that's the general shape. So pattern 2 is pattern 1 shape plus this extra bit on the side. So then pattern 3, well there's pattern 2 plus another bit on the side. So now let's extend that, and pattern 4 will be pattern 3 plus another little bit on the side. So that makes pattern 4. Let's complete the table. So here is our pattern numbers, and here's our pattern number 1. So count the matchsticks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So pattern 1 has 8 matches, and now at pattern 2 we add a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more, which gives us 15 matches. Add on another 7 for pattern 3, add on another 7 for pattern 4, and so on. So now we've got the table, we can now find the equation. So start with the general equation, and notice I've used the capital letter M for number of matches and P for the number of patterns, because that's what the variables they've used in the table are. So start with our common difference, that's D, so we can substitute that into the equation. Now we need to substitute in one row of the table as well to find the constant. So let's start by using the number of matches as 8 and the pattern number is 1. Substitute that in, we rearrange that, and that gives us a C value of 1. For ideas on how to do that rearranging, see the previous video. So now I can put that together, and that gives my overall equation, M, the number of matches, equals 7 times P, which is the pattern number, plus 1. Now we want to use this equation to determine the number of matches in the 12th pattern. So the 12th pattern, that's the key. So that is our P. So here's our general equation. We want to substitute a P value of 12. So that's our next step. Substitute in 12. 7 times 12 is 84. 84 plus 1 is 85. It's a word question, so we need to give a word answer. So I'm going to say there are 85 matches in the 12th pattern. Now let's use that general equation to determine which pattern will have 71 matches. So if we think about our equation, M equals 7P plus 1, we know that the value of 71, that's the number of matches. So we are going to substitute in 71 in place of the number of matches. And now we want to rearrange and solve this equation. So I'm going to take the 1 to the other side and get 71 take away 1 equals 7p. Then I simplify that. 71 minus 1 is 70. Now I want to get rid of the 7, so take that to the other side. So I get p equals 70 divided by 7, and that gives me p equals 10. Now let's think, what was p? P was our pattern. So let's write a word answer. The 10th pattern will have 71 matches. Let's have a look at example 2. So we've got a different pattern here now. So again, we want to identify what is the difference from one to the next. So pattern number 1 is a square. Pattern number 2 is a square, plus it's got the extra bits added on the sides. So pattern 3, it's pattern 2, plus those extra pieces added on each side. So pattern number 4 is going to be pattern number 3 and adding on extra bits on each side. So that gives us our pattern number 4. completing our table. So we've got our pattern number 1, count the number of matches, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's got 4 matches. Pattern number 2, let's add on 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've added another 12 matches, which gives us 16 in total. Add on another 12 for pattern 3, another 12 for pattern 4, and there is our table. Using that information, let's find our equation. So there's our general equation, and we know we've got our common difference d of 12, so we can substitute that in the equation. Now we can go and use the first values. Pattern number p is 1 and number of matches m is 4. Substitute them in the equation and then solve that to find c equals -8. So that's our constant value. Put the difference and the constant value together and that gives us our equation. M, the number of matches, is equal to 12 times the pattern number, take away 8. So let's use this rule to determine the number of matches in the 7th pattern. So there's our key, as we want the 7th pattern. So we want to use p equals 7. So in that equation we found, we're now going to replace the p with the number 7. Let's simplify that. 12 times 7 is 84. Take away 8 is 76. And because it's a word question, our word answer. So there are 76 matches in the 7th pattern. Now we want to find out which pattern will have 112 matches. So we've been told 112 matches. So from our equation, we've got m, the number of matches, is 112. So take the 8 to the other side, and we get 112 plus 8, which is 120. Then get rid of the 12, and 120 divided by 12 gives you 10. So word answer, the 10th pattern will have 112 matches. Example number 3. So we've got this pattern here now. So again, the first one is a square. Pattern 2 is that same square plus an extra piece on the side. Pattern 3 is pattern 2 plus an extra bit on the side. So pattern number 4 is going to be pattern 3 plus an extra bit on the side. So completing our table, pattern number, let me do that again. Pattern number 1 here is a square. So counting the number of matches, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 matches. Pattern 2, we're adding on 1, 2, 3 more. So there's a difference of 3, which takes us up to 7. Pattern number 3, add on another 3, and that takes us up to 10. Pattern number 4, add on another 3, that takes us up to 13, and so on. So to find our equation, we are going to use our general equation. We've got our difference there of 3, so we substitute that into the equation. Then we want to find the constant. So take the first values there, p equals 1, m equals 4, substitute those in and solve to find the value of the constant c of 1. Put that all together and that gives us our equation, m equals 3p plus 1. So using this equation, we want to find the number of matches in the 20th pattern. So we want the 20th pattern. So that's in our equation, we've got a value of p. So substitute in p of 20, and that's going to give us 60 plus 1, which is 61. So that tells us there are 61 matches in the 20th pattern. Using our equation then, we can find that which pattern has 37 matches. So we've got 37 is the number of matches m. So now let's solve this. Subtract 1 from the other side, both sides, and simplify. So 37 minus 1 is 36. Divide by 3, and that gives us p of 12. So that tells us the 12th pattern will have 37 matches. Example number 4. So we've got a triangular type pattern here. So identify pattern number 1, and pattern number 2 is 1 plus a bit. Pattern number 3 is 2 plus a bit. So pattern number 4 is pattern number 3 plus a bit. So completing our table, pattern number 1 has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. Pattern number 2 has an extra 1, 2 matches. So that gives up to 7 matches in total. Pattern number 3 has another 2 matches on the side. Pattern number 4 has another 2 matches, and so on. So working out our equation, we've got our general equation. Now we've got a common difference of 2, substitute that into the equation. Then take the first values, p equals 1, m equals 5, substitute and solve to find the value of c. Now we can put that together. M, the number of matches, equals 2 times the pattern number plus 3. So using this equation, we want to find the number of matches in the 10th pattern. So we want the 10th pattern, so that's our value of p. So we're going to substitute p equals 10 into our equation. And that's going to give us m equals 20 plus 3, which is 23. So that means that there are 23 matches in the 10th pattern. So if we have 23 matches, how many extra matchsticks do we need to form the 11th pattern? So we've been told this value of 11th pattern. So let's put in a value of 11 for the number of patterns. So 2 times 11 is 22, plus 3 is 25. Now, if we've been given 23 matches, the question asks how many extra matchsticks do we need? So, because we've got 23 already, we need another 2 matches to form the 11th pattern. Thanks very much for watching.